Billy Senkbeil started farming this Worth County land 63 years ago.
My grandfather farmed, my daddy farmed, and I farmed, and I started right out of high school, basically, in 1962.
Now, in his early 80s, farming still makes him happy.
Retirement's not really in my vocabulary, really. I'm up at about 5 o'clock every morning, waiting on daylight to be able to do what I love doing. My daughter's always told me that Daddy says, you never have had a job because you love your work too much. And if you love your work, it's not a job.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a farmer when you were growing up?
Pretty much so. I always played in the dirt and planted some carrots and some radish and things like that growing up. Just, I love to see things grow.
With more than 6 decades of growing cotton and peanuts on hundreds of acres, Senkbeil's always relied on faith to nurture his crops.
I've never irrigated, and I depend on God to water my crops and make whatever I make. If He wants me to make it, I make it. And so I depend on prayers better than pivots, the way I say it. If I could make it, I'd make it. If I didn't, I was going to have to quit, So far, I've been fortunate enough to hold on since 1962.
Fall brings the peanut harvest, a busy time of year on Senkbeil's farm.
Georgia 06 is probably one of the best peanuts that we can grow in this area.
Tell me about the process you're in harvesting right now. So you've dug them up, and how long have they been drying?
We've got them plowed under, turned over, waiting for them to dry, in which they are. They're ready to pick.
A lot has changed since Senkbeil started farming, but he's embraced the technology.
It's probably been the most helpful change in technology that's come your way.
I think strip till probably is one of the best things that's come by. Strip tilling is growing a cover crop during the winter, having something growing on your land all the time if possible. It keeps the soil temperature down, helps hold moisture. It helps grow organic matter, keeps it from eroding, just makes it so much better, healthy soil.
Even though farming takes up most of his time, Senkbeil also made time for 2 hobbies. One of them, collecting toy pedal tractors.
I've been doing it for over 25 years, but I put my main collection together probably 15 years.
The other, becoming a pilot. Tell me what kind of plane this is that we're looking at.
This is a 1947 Luscombe.
But it wasn't just flying planes that took his career to new heights.
In 1989, when you made it into the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest peanut, tell me about that.
Right. Well, we were growing some Virginia-type peanuts, so it was 3 11/16 inches long, and so we got it authenticated and made it in the Guinness Book.
And with that fame came national commercials for Miracle-Gro. In 1995, Continental Airlines featured Senkbeil in a series of ads that aired during the Super Bowl and NBA Finals.
Continental Airlines had a deal coming along, flying for peanuts, add a penny, add a pal, only on Continental. Anyway, they tried some professional commercial makers and didn't like exactly what they wanted. So they came to the peanut capital, interviewed a bunch of us peanut farmers, and I won the spot to make their commercials for them.
But by far, his most treasured role is, and always will be, that of a Georgia farmer.
Very much so. I don't know where else I could farm and enjoy it any more than I could in Georgia. And besides that, in Worth County. I was born and raised here in Worth County, and this is where I've always lived and farmed at, and I love it, being a Georgia farmer.